This is Jack. This is my bar by bar review of the S&P 500 futures contract for, what is today? Monday, January 13, 2025. We have a new year and it is 2025 now. So coming into the day, this is kind of what it looked like. We didn't really see that yet. Bear bar. On the daily chart, we have a bear bar with a prominent tail breaking out below a moving average and breaking out below some lows. It looks like a wedge bottom to me, or a spike wedge channel on the daily chart. So I suspect we find hesitation buyers and we rally from here. But it's bearish enough, I wouldn't be surprised if we broke out to the downside. We have a bad sell signal bar right here, where we may find buyers in hesitation. We didn't quite get there on the prior trading day, so I suspect we'll get there today and see what's down there. We have a big gap up on the day, you can tell with bar 1 here. I'm sorry for the rectangle. So, big gap down on the day. Bar 1. Little bull bar for bar 1. And probably going higher, I suspect, always in long by context. We have a big bear breakout below a trading range, and it's reversing up, forming a strong bull reversal bar. But I suspect bad follow through a trading range open, as with most days, or all days basically. So probably sellers above or not far above, and probably buyers below. Bar 2, no surprise, lots of overlap, probably buyers below for a second leg up of 1. But lots of overlap, nothing to do except for wait. So buyers below, outside up bar, 3 strong bar, probably going higher, probably always in long, expanding triangle of some sort on a smaller time frame, and breaking out far enough above 1 and 2 and closing up there. So that makes me think we'll pull back and rally. So we have 4, deep pullback into the midpoint of the triangle where we're finding buyers. We have a buy signal bar and a body gap between 2 and 4. For that reason, I suspect we're going higher. Climactic bar and a tail, probably we need to pull back, but I suspect we're still going higher. My moving average is telling me that we're always in long. Go ahead and make that a little bolder so it's easier to see. So yeah, probably going higher. To me, this is a buy the close bar. I think that the bears are trapped, even though we have a big tail up here. I think it's reasonable to buy more lower and expect more upside. We have another bull bar up, breakout, pullback long. It's 2 legs up, 2 implied legs up after a bull breakout. So probably we need to pull back, but probably buyers below, buyers inside of the gap between 4 and 6. And micro channel since 3, so first reversal down, likely to be minor, likely to be bought. Therefore, we have 7 breaking out below 6 and finding buyers. I suspect we rally, but probably sellers up here in the high area of 6. We also have resistance not far above. This is yesterday's low, last week's low. This is last month's low, this solid red line. And we have the moving average. I suspect we're going to get here. This is 58.50, a round number. And we have resistance, an important price level of yesterday's low and last week's low. So probably we'll get there. And we got there on 8, but we found sellers and we reversed down. Bad sell signal bar, but probably going lower. Probably we'll find buyers maybe at the midpoint of this rally, somewhere down here, or maybe below 7. The bad sell signal bar as well, where we have trapped bears. So probably going lower, but probably disappointing. Good entry bar for the bears, probably going lower. Strong bar, strong close, closing below the swing low. Makes me think that we'll pull back and go lower. Maybe always in short, that's what my indicator's telling me, and that might be accurate. But buyers below, reversing up on 10, but tail, outside bar in a bear trend is more of a sell the close bar rather than a buy the close bar. So probably better to sell above or sell the close with a stop up here, betting on a test down. We have a trading range open, bad follow through and lots of overlap in the rally. But also for the bears, bad follow through and lots of overlap. And that's confusing, which means you're in a trading range. So probably sellers above, buyers below. Almost outside down, 11, probably going lower, but failing to close down here. So maybe buyers below, but I suspect we're going lower. 12, Good follow through, probably still going lower, but getting more into the buy zone rather than the sell zone. And this does not look like the start of a bear trend. It could be a broad bear channel, but I'm betting on a trading range, so probably buyers below 12, maybe even buyers at the close of 12, because on trading range days you have 3 big strong bull bar, they sold it. 5 and 6 consecutive bull bars, sold it, failed breakout above. Bad sell signal bar, good entry bar. Bull bar 10, they sold it. Good sell signal bar, good entry bar 12, probably they will buy it, which is why we have 13. Prominent tail, but another buy the close bar for me. I think we broke out far enough above 12 that the bears probably need to cover their shorts at this point. Also, we have some sort of wedge bull flag on a smaller time frame possibly, or at least a wedge test of the low of the trading range here. A higher low double bottom near the low of the range, probably we're going higher. And then we have a climactic bar on 14, maybe a buy the close bar, but still inside of the overall trading range. And it could be a sell vacuum or a buy vacuum test of resistance, the high of the range, the EMA, round number, this resistance line. So we're probably going to go higher, but this could be a second leg trap in a trading range day. But probably going higher, we may pull back first. Good follow through 15, but tail and smaller body. So we're losing momentum, we're losing energy for the bulls, but I suspect we're still going higher. Smaller bar, tail on the top, probably we need to pull back here. When this bar formed, it's been a lot of time hesitating here, and it's pretty small. So the energy of the market is telling you that we're probably going to pull back, which is why we have this bar. Bear breakout, probably strong enough for a second leg down. For the bulls, they're hoping that it's a pullback in this rally and that we're going to make a broad bull channel and go higher. For the bears, they're hoping it's a failed breakout of the high of the day and this resistance level and the moving average, and that this is a strong sell signal bar that'll get good follow through and then a test of the low of the range. But right at the moving average, so risky, but reasonable to sell. Bad sell signal bar, so we may pull back first. Small pullback and follow through, but closing inside of the range of the prior bar tells you that there's some sort of trading range forming on a smaller time frame. But I suspect we go lower. We may find more hesitation in buyers down here, but I'm suspecting that we go lower. But it's tricky. You could look at this rally and easily say that this is simply a 50% pullback of this rally, and that's reasonable too. And that's what happens on trading range days. It's very confusing. But good follow through 19. Now we have 3 consecutive bars down in this reversal leg, and we're right at about the 50% mark of this rally. So where are the bulls? Are the bulls going to buy the close? Are they going to buy below this bar? Let's find out, but I suspect we're going lower. Follow through, no buying, absence of bulls. Bulls may be selling out of longs up here and looking to buy lower in the bottom of the range. So probably we're going lower. 4 consecutive bear bars in a row. 75% chance you get a pullback and then another leg down, or at least one more bar immediately. Pause 21, maybe breaking out of the prior bar, but it's a hesitation bar. It's a pause bar. So that's a pullback, probably another bar down coming. Inside bar and bull bar, we may get the bull breakout, but probably sellers above for another leg down for the bears. For the bulls, are hoping that this is a weak test of this bad buy signal bar, and that we're going to create a second leg up and a higher low in a broad bull channel. The bears are hoping that we're in the first leg of a 2-legged move down to the bottom of the range. Outside bar, so going sideways, disappointing for the bulls and the bears. Maybe still always in long, but it's confusing. To me, I'm thinking we're probably always in short, at least until we get a strong bull breakout. Inside bar, sell signal on 24, but tight trading range, so probably a low probability bet. Probably buyers below this bar, which is why we have 25. Good buy signal, but tight trading range, probably sellers above that bar, which is why we have 26. Outside down, but weak close in an overall tight trading range, so probably buyers below that bar. Bull breakout, but tight trading range, lots of sideways bars, above the moving average, closing at the prior bar's high, probably sellers up here. Inside bar, bear bar, reasonable context for a second leg down. You could argue the bears already had a second or maybe a third leg down, and that this is just a pullback in the rally, and this will be the higher low that leads to a bull channel, but probably we go lower. Good entry bar for the bears, probably always in short at this point. I think that we're probably going lower, but again, whatever breakout we get of this tight trading range is probably going to fail because that's what's happening right all through here. But good bar for the bears, maybe going lower. 3 consecutive bear bars. It's clearly bearish, clearly probably always in short at this point. But look at where we are. Low of the range, probably buyers below 12. So we have 31. Prominent tail, but I suspect we go higher. If you're a bear and you're holding short, this is not the follow through that you wanted, and the pullback is deep enough, it almost undid the entirety of bar 30. So if we break out above this bar, bears would probably begin to cover, so therefore it's a reasonable stop entry for the bulls. Good entry bar, strong bar, reasonable to buy the close with a stop down here, probably going higher. Good follow through, but small bar. Tells you that the bulls may not be as strong as you want them to be, so we may pull back, but I suspect we're going higher. More good follow through, 75% chance whatever pullback we get will be minor and we'll find a second leg up or at least one more bar immediately after this. Here's the one more bar right at resistance where we found sellers before. So reasonable to start thinking about selling and taking profits on longs up here, but no reason to sell yet. 36, sell signal testing resistance, but probably buyers below. We have 5 or 6 consecutive bars up, and I suspect we're going to go a little bit higher. High 1, top of the range, right below resistance, in bad follow through, tight trading range here. Probably sellers up here, which is why we have 38. Strong sell signal closing near its low. I suspect we go a little bit lower, but we may find buyers at the moving average and maybe at the close of this strong bull bar or below 33, below 34. Strong bull bars in this micro channel. The bears have had their 2 legs down. Now the bulls want their 2 legs up, and we haven't had it yet. So probably buyers down here. So 39 is testing the moving average for a second leg up. You could say high 2 or high 1. Reasonable stop entry, but probably you need to use a wider stop. Maybe below the close of this bar because the bears could get a surprise breakout. Bull breakout, but right below resistance, so not ideal, but probably still going higher. Follow through, but failing to close beyond the prior bar, so we may find profit taking and selling pressure up here. Surprise bull breakout 42. This is one of those buy the close with a stop down below bars, betting on a bull channel at this point. We have a lot of buying pressure all throughout the day. The dominant feature of the day, in my opinion, by this point, are the rallies. I think that there's a lot of bad follow through and overlap in this first rally. You can say the same thing about this bear rally, not all that impressive. I think that the bulls covered more distance than the bears did. And then the second rally is surprisingly strong. And this bar in particular made me think that we would get a measured move up. But not before a stop run. The bears were impressive in the second leg down here, but I think the dominant feature is the buying pressure so far. I think that the bears and bulls are probably relatively evenly balanced through here, but now I think that there's an imbalance. I think the bulls are much stronger through here than the bears, and I think the bears selling above these bars are now trapped and probably use the pullback on 38, 39 to get out of whatever positions they had and cover, which is why we have this surprise bull breakout here. We're breaking out above an important swing high, which is above an important resistance level. So probably bears selling here and here are trapped again with 42. Therefore, this is a buy the close, buy a pullback with a stop down here or below the bar and hold for a measured move up. So 42 probably going higher, but inside bar, so we're pulling back first, testing the breakout point. Outside bar, trading range, expanding triangle on a smaller time frame, but still probably always in long and probably buyers below. Trying to rally, but probably sellers up here are profit taking, disappointed bulls holding through this tight trading range. Maybe looking to get out. We may pull back, but I still suspect we're going higher. 46 bear bar, again another breakout test of the breakout point, but holding. So maybe buyers at the close or below the bar. Buyers below, high 2, reasonable, but probably better to use a wide stop if you take that. Good entry bar, probably going higher. But a strong bar, and that might attract profit taking, could be a small wedge forming on a smaller time frame or a small expanding triangle. I suspect we go higher. Pullback in a rally, new high of the day, and a new high close, probably going higher. Deep pullback and losing momentum, but still probably going higher. Bear breakout 51, but weak, probably buyers down here for another leg up. 52, strong bar. This may attract profit taking, another high of the day in this wedge channel. Probably we need to pull back, so we have 53. I think these two bars are statements by the bears that the bulls are not as strong as they could be, and probably whatever new high we get will continue to find selling pressure. Probably we're going to go a little bit lower. But finding buyers below the strong sell signal bar, 54, testing the high close and failing to close above, I suspect we go higher and find sellers. 55, outside down, probably going a little bit lower. Inside bar, still probably going lower, but maybe we rally first. Outside down, 57, I suspect we're going to go lower. Bear breakout, below the moving average, but barely. Tight trading range, so this breakout may fail. We may find buyers down here, but really not ideal. If you're buying here, you're buying betting on a test of the highs. You probably want to use a wide stop to do that, but there's a lot of selling pressure and it's mounting in here, which means that whatever rally we get may not be all that impressive. Outside up, 59, probably going higher, but not ideal. And then surprise bull breakout on 60. New high of the day, new high close, probably going higher, but probably sellers up here. Hesitation, we may have a failed bull breakout, maybe going lower, but probably going higher. Outside up, tight trading range, expanding triangle, not ideal to be buying up here, but probably still going higher. 63, follow through, probably going higher, but we may pull back. Surprise bull breakout, probably strong enough for a second leg down. Testing the moving average, so probably buyers here. Small bull bar, it's a bull channel. We're channeling higher, so probably buyers above, but probably sellers near the high close. Good entry bar, but tail. 2 implied legs up near the high close, probably sellers up here. 67 pulling back, finding buyers below 66, but I suspect we go lower. Sellers above, but probably going higher. The bear breakout may be failing. Inside bar, we're forming a triangle near the high of the day in a bull channel that has a lot of selling pressure. I suspect we're going to get the bear breakout. We also have always in direction may have flipped to short after 64. And the bulls may not have done enough to flip the market back to long. Unless we get a strong surprise bull breakout, I suspect whatever breakout we get will fail and we're going to go lower. Surprise bull breakout, but not all that strong. Outside up bar in a tight trading range at the high of the day, probably going to track profit taking and sellers, which is why we have 71. Probably going lower, right at the moving average, so risky. Probably better to wait and sell a pullback. 72, probably sellers above. Outside bar, same story, probably going lower. Sellers above, probably going lower. Sellers above, probably going lower. Okay, sideways, forever. Surprise bull breakout. The bears have failed to get their breakout, and the bulls have overpowered the bears. But I suspect sellers up here. Follow through 78, and then a small rally channel into the close of the day. So this part was particularly difficult for me to read because of all the selling pressure and bad follow through. So that makes me want to look at it on a smaller time frame, like a 1 minute chart, just to get a better idea of what was happening. And basically what was happening was a trading range. Buy low, sell high. So we have lots of overlap, failed bear breakout, bull breakout, that failed. Got a bear leg down, that failed down here. So bull breakout, buying a pullback, 2, 3 legs up, new high of the day, failing up here, couple legs down, couple legs up, leg down, leg up, leg down, leg up, down. It's just a trading range. And then here, strong bull breakout, 2 or 3 legs down, and then another leg up. But again, trading range, so sellers up here. Yeah, this is sloppy Joe. Really tough to read. And yeah, really not ideal. Really tough to hold long up here. And, you know, at every other bar just makes you want to short. It's a good sell signal below 53, but then it fails. So do you hold short or do you get out above that bar? Then do you sell again here? Probably not. It's probably always in long. We're above the moving average. Now, then you get 58. Do you sell here or wait to sell below? And then if you get that, do you reverse or do you just get out? You know, do you sell below 63? Probably not. Do you sell below that? Probably not. Do you sell below these bars? Honestly, probably not. And if you did, you're probably quick to get out here, which is why we probably got this big bar. So really tricky day in the last half of the day. I thought that the first half was a little bit more legible, more readable. Tight trading range through here was testing my patience, which speaks to my experience level. So we went sideways from 11:10, basically, for an hour. I thought here it was a reasonable short, and I thought this was a reasonable short too, but I thought it would fail, and then it did. And I thought this was a reasonable buy, that too. But then do you hold above this swing high? Pretty tough to hold. Do you get out below that? And if you do you buy above these bars? You know, kind of tough to do. And then if you get 42, you buy the close. You know, do you stay long through all this? A little bit tricky. And then what about through here? You know, so yeah, pretty tough day, pretty tricky. We have a strong bull bar on the daily chart. Lots of overlap, bad follow through on this chart. On the 5-minute. 60-minute chart. We're still inside of the bear channel, but we have a strong micro channel against the trend. That makes me think that we're going to pull back and go higher, or gap up and then crap, and then probably go higher, form a trading range overall. We're finding buyers down here. We found buyers at the low close. Well, we didn't quite get there. We might get there. We've relieved trap bears that sold below this weak sell signal bar here. I can go ahead and mark it like this. And then we have bulls who didn't buy this stop entry, trapped out, buying here below this bar. So there's good context for a trading range day and a reversal day, which is what this was. A trading range day that led to a small pullback bull trend. Well, is it really a small pullback? Let's see. One or two bars down, 1 or 2 bars down, 1 bar down, 1 bar down. Okay, 2, 3, 4 bars down. Yeah, maybe. It's really a weak broad bull channel here, I would say. But anyway, that's my review, and that's my practice. And yeah, thanks.